Okay then guys, here we go with a British Chinese takeaway classic. This is a crispy chicken in Peking sauce. So for the crispy chicken part of this dish, we need some oil for deep frying, some chicken breast, about 300 grams to serve two, and that needs to be cut into thin strips, a beaten egg, about a quarter to half a teaspoon of salt, a load of cornflour for dusting, and that's about it for the chicken bit. And for the sauce part, we need a small onion finely sliced, a pepper, I used a red pepper for this, deseeded and sliced, some Worcestershire sauce, some Hoisin sauce, some honey, tomato ketchup, brown sauce and some sugar, and once again I used demerara sugar for this, and about 60 to 100 ml of chicken stock. Let's get on with it. Get your oil into a pan and warming up. Medium heat needs to get to around 170 to 180 Celsius. I'm using a small pan for this and batch frying because I know that the oil is going to get very, very dirty. Chicken into a bowl and add the beaten egg and then add the salt. Give it all a good mixing. We want every bit of chicken covered in the salty egg mix. Grab yourself a little container to put the corn flour in, about 50 grams. Now you can use potato starch, you can use plain flour if you want, even tapioca flour, rice flour maybe. Drop each piece of eggy chicken into the corn flour and then into the oil. Now if you haven't got a food thermometer, and I didn't use one here on purpose, you can drop a sacrificial piece in. That's a little bit floating on the left hand side there. And when it starts fizzing away nicely, you know it's safe to put the rest in. Normally I'd throw that bit away, but it turned out to cook quite well actually. Like I said, batch frying, so do a few, set them to one side and do the rest. Toss them around now and again to get them cooking on all sides. We want them to be a nice golden brown colour. It takes about 3 minutes. I don't like them too much darker than this. It's always safe to err on the lighter colour side. You may know when you're cooking chips. 1 minute they look just right, the next minute, oh my word, they're overcooked. Lift the cooked pieces out of the pan and set them aside onto a rack, or I use kitchen tissue. I like using kitchen tissue because it does drain up a little bit of oil if there's any on there. You can already see just how dirty that cooking oil's getting. And repeat until all the chicken's done and set it to one side. I won't be saving that oil, that's for sure. I'm trying something a little bit different with this dish. I'm putting all the sauce ingredients and sugar into the stock before I put it in the pan. Normally I put them in one at a time, but I think this is going to cook quite fast, so I want to get them all ready now. So it's in with the Worcestershire sauce, Hoisin sauce, honey, nice runny honey this one, tomato ketchup. I said before, I've been trying this Hellmann's one, it's very, very nice actually. And some brown sauce. And finally in with the sugar, and like I said before, I'm using demerara for this. I've got a bag and it's open, so I might as well use it. Give the sauce a good mixing and set it to one side. Get your pan on the heat. I used a larger saucepan for this one. Tablespoon of groundnut oil, and when it's hot, in with the sliced onion and sliced pepper. Give it a quick stir frying, about 2 minutes to get it cooked through. And if you haven't already done so, break up any onion pieces. You could do this before you put it in actually, but you've got to stir it anyway, so why waste the effort? There we are, look, the onions go nice and translucent. In with the sauce. Get everything coated and bring it to the boil. About 1 or 2 minutes again. If your sauce turns out a little bit runny, then you can add a cornflour slurry. I was happy with this, so I didn't bother this time. Bring the sauce to the boil, let it simmer for a minute. And then pop the chicken in. Give it all a very good coating. Again, about 1 minute. Just reheating the chicken and getting the sauce all over those crispy batter pieces. And that's it. Time to dish up. My favourite part. Here we go then. A bigger spoon here. Okay then, you know the drill by now. That's good. Tell you what guys, that sauce is lovely. And look at it, it's got Worcestershire sauce, honey, tomato, ketchup and brown sauce in it. Oh, and some sugar. The only thing different is hoisin sauce, really. Very sort of, well, British, I'd say. Well, tell you what guys, that's a keeper for me. Wow, look at that. Catch you on the next video.